celebration of the Spectrum's 35th anniversary, we're delighted to see the Spectrum Next Kickstarter campaign such a runaway success.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Saturday. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well and happy and content in the big wide world. Now, something special has arrived. Before I open it and show you what it is, I'm sure you know what it is by looking at the title. This is a Kickstarter project that I pledged on, let's have a look, the 23rd of April 2017. And I was back at number 322, and it was £175 and £10 post. What is it? Well, it's a ZX Spectrum Next, and the original spec listed was a ZX Spectrum Next in all its glory, with 512 megabyte of RAM, HDMI out, 7 megahertz accelerated port, SD card, estimated delivery January 2018, and there are 521 backers for that particular machine. Right, so the cat is out of the bag. We have a ZX Spectrum Next. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Oh. It's beautiful, isn't it? Let me zoom in so you can see what's going on. Oh, put it in the middle. Okay, so we have a ZX Spectrum Next in a spectacularly beautiful box. This is what I can only describe as first class. This is top drawer stuff. It's very glossy, it's very weighty, it's very well made. Beautiful in focus pictures. Let's have a look at the back. Is that the right way up? There we go, ZX Spectrum Next. Now this arrived, just zoom back out again. This arrived, when did it arrive? Was it yesterday? I think it arrived on Friday, or Thursday, I don't know what day it was. I've been working on many hours. Oh, it arrived on Thursday. Okay, so let's open her up. Spongy top, and here we are. Isn't she beautiful? The ZX Spectrum Next. Oh, before we look at that, let's read the blurb on the back. I'll put the top on so it doesn't fall out. Hardware specifications. The ZX Spectrum Next personal computer. Prepare to fall in love with the computer all over again. Hardware specifications. Personal 8-bit computer compatible with the original ZX Spectrum, including expanded capabilities. Okay, so processor, an enhanced FPGA Z80 running at 3.5 MHz with turbo modes. Memory, 1024 kilobyte of RAM, expandable to 2048. Operating system, Next OS, also compatible with Exydos and clones. Graphics, 256 by 192, 256 color display from a palette of 512 with hardware scrolling and sprite engine. Video output, digital HDMI, VGA and RGB. Storage, DIV MMC, SD card. Audio, Turbo Sound Next, which is 3 AY3 8912 compatible sound generators with digital audio. So that's 3. Twin DB9 joysticks compatible with Cursor, Kempston and Sinclair Interface 2. PS2 port, external keyboard and mouse with Kempston emulation. Tape support with ear and mic combined port for tape loading. Stereo to twin mono cable required. Expansion, hybrid expansion port. ZX48 and 128 compatible. Optional support for ZX microdrives and external floppy interfaces. Now I do have, thanks Peter, a set of microdrives what you can hook up at some point and give it a go. I've done that one. Accelerator board, GPU, 1 GHz CPU with 512 RAM. standard with any ZX Next accelerated model. Okay. Wi-Fi module and real-time clock. Okay. Now it's been so long that I've got to say I've forgotten what I ordered. So the ZX Spectrum Next is the evolution of the original ZX 8-bit computers that kick-started a generation of bedroom coders whose games shaped the way we play today. It is fully compatible with the ZX Spectrum, including its younger siblings such as the 128, Plus 2 and Plus 3. You can even load your old tapes. Built from scratch with a dedicated hardware, the ZX Spectrum Next boasts added features that makes playing the original games a breeze, opens the door for brand new titles, taking advantage of its improvements such as better audio, more colours, larger memory and a faster processor. Hook it up to a modern monitor or TV and get started rediscovering what computing is all about. Exclusive games. We have screenshots of Dreamworld Pudgy, Dungeonette, Lords of Midnight with enhanced graphics. Cool. Monkey McGee, No Mercy, Quake Star, Warhawk and Wonderful Dizzy. No baggers in space. What's going on? ZX Spectrum and Sinclair brands are property of B-Sky B, used under license. ZX Spectrum Next is a Spec Next limited product registered in the UK. 2017-2018, made in the United Kingdom. Wonderful Dizzy appears thanks to the Oliver Twins and Codemasters. Game created and distributed under license. Dizzy is a trademark of Codemasters 1986-2018. Right, blurb out of the way. So, top here we have what I would imagine is a power pack. So we have a standard PSU that's on the floor. Important safety notice: indoor use only. XP Power GmbH. Okay. So what is it? It is a 2 amp 9 volt XP power supply. Okay, I guess, but I don't know, but I think the poles are a different way around to original Spectrum. The original Spectrum had the poles in some bizarre configuration. It was live on the outside, negative on the inside. The complete opposite to everybody else in the world. Various country adapters. Right, into the good stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, I'll zoom back out, we'll have a little look what's going on. Okie dokie, so we have a Sinclair ZX Spectrum Next with a little raised bit there. Beautiful colour swatches on the side there. And it is a recreation of the Plus and the 128K original keyboard. Beautifully imprinted and etched. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, I'd say. At the front we have Joy 1, Joy 2. There are a couple of little scratches on the shiny plastic, I guess where it's moulded. We have NMI, which is memory interrupt there. We have an SD card there. Drive reset, I guess, and then red reset, which you might be able to see. On the back we have keyboard mouse. We have RGBI VGA. We have audio out, ear dash mic, digital video, 2 USB ports blanked off. Digital video debug and a blank, which I can't remove, and a DC 9 volt. Yeah, it's got the poles on it. So it's positive in the middle, negative on the outside. and keyboard feet. Fantastic. So, quality, what does it look like? Well, the fit and finish is, I would say, almost perfect. There are a couple of little witness marks on the shiny edging, where I guess it's been removed from the moulds. Or, yeah, it's been removed from the moulds, I would think. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 6 screws underneath. 2 might be hidden by feet, I guess. It's not heavy, but it is weighty. The Sinclair Spectrum itself was not a heavy machine. It felt like there's nothing in it really, compared to a 64 or an Amiga or whatever, or an Amstrad CPC, which I don't have here. I did have a few minutes ago. And that's it. That's the machine itself. So we'll pop the feet out. We'll pop that down. Pop that down there. And we have a ring-bound, look at this, manual. Let's have a little zoom in again. Oh. Look at that, it's beautiful, isn't it? What I might do is take a few pictures of this so you can see what's on the inside. Okay, what does it say? Sinclair ZX Spectrum Next User Manual. Written and illustrated by Phobos R. Docus, Bachelor of Science Honour. Blimey. Blimey. Oh, it's fantastic. This takes the ZX Spectrum, if you had one back in the day, came with such a fantastic manual. One of the best I've ever seen, I think. It was it colour? The Spectrum Plus was colour. I don't remember the original Spectrum one, perhaps that wasn't, but the Spectrum Plus had colour, and I was so impressed with the manual. But anyway, copyright 2020, Spec Next Limited, London, United Kingdom. Dedication, dedicated to Rick Dickinson, 1957 to 2018. Rick was one of the, or was the original designer from Sinclair, who sadly passed away in 2018. Copyright, Sinclair and ZX Spectrum are copyright of Amstrad Sky. Spectrum Next, copyright Spec Next Limited. Dedication, dedication to Rick Dickinson. You'd always hear him first. He is highly tuned raw from his Triumph TR6. You'd always hear him first. The highly tuned raw from his Triumph TR6 was the first thing that made you aware of Rick's arrival at the Copy Centre, where I worked after graduating in industrial design. He'd turn up in these Levi cut-off shorts. He was cool, a nice guy, and interesting, and treated you like an equal. Everyone worked at the Copy Centre loved serving Rick. When the two of us talked, we just clicked. We spoke the same language. Well, obviously, this is Henrique, who started the whole thing. Fantastic. Anyway, I shall read that at length. We have proper diagrams of the ZX Spectrum, or the Next in this case. Welcome to the ZX Spectrum Next, the evolution of the Sinclair ZX Spectrum line. Fantastic. Setting it up. Okay, so really, there we go, screenshots and things, beautiful. So I'm not going to go through all of this, although I'd like to. So my one, put the manual back, is the standard motherboard in the delightful new case. It's not accelerated. I'm not sure what RAM it has. I think it has a megabyte of RAM. Originally they were going to be 512, I think. But you can fit in here a Raspberry Pi and connect it up, which will give it an acceleration. I don't think mine's got that, as I'd never specified the accelerated model, I don't think. So I guess the next thing to do is to power this up, see what's on the SD card, and we'll go play some games. Now that might be a tomorrow job or later in the day, but we'll definitely do a stream later, definitely this weekend. Yeah, there are a few little scratches there, Peter, if you're looking. A little scratch on there. So I guess that's standard. Yeah, we'll give it a go later this weekend. We'll play some games, see what's on the SD card, and have a bit of fun. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm so pleased the Spectrum's arrived finally. Now it is. So that's it from me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.